Setting up a new campaign this morning for a building inspector. This is a campaign I've been preparing for actually for quite some time. About a year or so ago, I already picked up a few domains in this space, the building inspection domains, and so I if you've seen any of my last videos or any videos at all, you know that I build lots of my own personal websites. Call them rank and rent websites. I use them to generate leads, get traffic, push competitors down the page, build listicle posts on them, essentially get traffic in that space. It allows me to test the waters for a potential client campaign to come on board. So here we are, kicking off a new campaign for a client. I already have two of my own personal websites marinating through the ranks. I'm already feeling the cost of entry to market. A very sensible starting point for this client is a Google ad. We're seeing cost per clicks estimating at around $10 a click. Now that's an overquote. Google saying 2 to 3, but we all know Google lie. And the keywords that actually matter, Google doesn't miss the opportunity to bill accordingly for those. So Google ad landing page is being constructed at the moment. We've almost finished it. The first thing I did is met with the client, set up an interview. I recorded that interview where I asked them questions about the business, their background. In this case, they've already been a registered builder for 14 years. So we doubled down on those strengths. Most building inspectors are simply guys with a certificate, or girls, and they've never built a home, they've never worked on a home, they just walk around with a clipboard looking for the things that they're told to look at. So we double down on the strengths, the fact that he's built more than 50 homes, 14 years, that he knows what he's looking for. And it was really clear. Now, in this case, this gentleman had a strong Russian accent, which in this case works to his advantage, because anyone, and I realized this straight away, this guy's passionate, he's obsessed, like me. Like, I love what I do. I will keep being forever a student in this space. And so it was really clear that this gentleman is a professional, and strong Russian accent or not, this is the kind of guy that I would hire to inspect my property, pre-inspection, post-inspection, whatever, handover, all of the services that they do. And so I realized this, so I kept on asking more questions and more questions. And so what I initially did, and I've got a separate video on this, is I pulled a bunch of general interview questions that open up conversations, and then I niched down to the services that they offer. What's involved in the services, what kind of issues generally come up. So anyone that's looking to get a building inspection, these are all the questions that are answered, and they're being answered by the person doing the inspection. So in this case, it's a one-man business, so we can literally go in with that, and that's the advantage, is you are getting the business owner, you are getting the guy doing the inspections, you're also getting the guy with the building experience himself, right? So huge asset compared to all the companies, all the typical sort of gyms and franchises which just have an army of guys with clipboards. So you double down on that. Yes, it means he can only take X amount of jobs on at the same time, but we got to start somewhere. So when you're small and you're the little guy, use that to your advantage, right? Use the fact that you're small and agile. And if you're big, you use that to your advantage. So no matter what situation you're in, you use that as your advantage. He's able to spend more time on the site. He doesn't have inspections per hour that the company's got on his neck. So he's able to do that. So this landing page portrays this. So anyone landing on this landing page will feel that this is a personalized approach. You are getting the dude, right? The dude on the camera, the dude with the accent, the dude that's going to thoroughly do it. And you can clearly see that. The beautiful thing about these videos is they're not scripted. There's no script. I just simply get in front of the camera and just chat to them casually as if we're having a chat over a beer. I know that I'm talking about this a lot, but this plays a huge role, because now when I drive the traffic to that landing page, it has a much higher chance of converting along the click-through rate, along the time on page. Now, that will also stem as the new homepage of the website. All of the services are mapped out. We've got over 100 guide-like blogs ready to go. Now, those blogs are for my sites as well. They will act as guest posts, so backlinks for the main SEO campaign, for my other websites, as well as the client campaign. So we're already looking at a micro monopoly that I've built up for this gentleman. And I love doing this. So the gentleman's embraced receiving reviews via product review and Google reviews going up. So it's a breath of fresh air when, before my work has started, there's already some assets that I can utilize. Those Google reviews, we sync up to Google Ads. So a bit more trust there. We embed them on the homepage, on the landing pages, on the website altogether. We make a dedicated page for testimonials and reviews. So, and we make back to that video, I have a whole video transcribed. So there was like an hour's worth of footage of me. We went through the house, we did an actual inspection. So there's a lot of value. Now that allows me to put together a high quality About Us page or a team page. Now, the About Us page is a really important page of a website these days because Google's having a hard time filtering out lifeless AI websites. And one of the ways it looks is it looks for real people, real brands with real experience, like a LinkedIn account, social media account that is active, like a personal one, right? So these are all things that help Google understand that, hey, this is not just one of Eugene's hundreds of pop-up sites, exact match domains, Builder Melbourne, Builder Sydney, that's bang shot up and getting leads. I'm dancing on both sides. I'm building those domains and I'm seeing what kind of tactics I need to implement to get my clients the best results. And I'm pushing my clients into building real, genuine brands. Sure, I'm still building accountantbrighton.com.au and all of those other exact match domains that are a big fish in a small pond. But if you're a real company, real brand, get in front of the camera, build a real brand, act like a real brand to Google's eyes. It's never been more important than it is now with all of the AI crap pumping out billions of meaningless pieces of content and pages. Hey, I'm responsible. My fault as well. So I do this to test and learn, test the waters. So Google Ads going up, gonna be fired up shortly. I believe the cost of entry is gonna be tough. The conversation with this building inspector is, hey, this is a race to the bottom because everyone else running Google Ads is promising cheap, quick, report in 4 hours just to get you that piece of paper, right? But that piece of paper might not uncover the huge cracks on the walls that were completely missed. I already said, I don't know if these Google Ads are going to be positively geared, but these Google Ads will bring attention to your business. You will get leads, you will get inquiries, you will get new business. And then from there, if you perform meaningful work, you do a good job, people will refer you, right? That's just word of mouth, right? Even though word of mouth is, I call it the icing on the cake. It's not the cake. So it can be quite frightening where all of your inquiries are just coming from word of mouth and you're wondering, hey, what if this ever stops? So it's still good to have a marketing system up and running, that a tap you can turn on and off. But at the end of the day, if your product or services is not delivering, if it's not exceeding expectations, and you're not getting word of mouth referrals, elephant in the room is, hey, maybe you need to find out what else you could do. What else? Maybe it's expectations, maybe it's additional services, maybe it's post services. That's something I'm really big at. I always want to make sure anything that I bill for or don't bill for is over delivering on value, genuine, real benefit to the business or the individual.